motherfucker, I hate warming up. I'm the
Everybody
external,
does.
internal rotation.
Listen,
like,
I'm not perfect either.
So
when I do exercise, I get in there and I go to it.
Whenever you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah, I'm in there.
You got 2 kids to prove it, huh?
Do you want me to move the bar?
I think if you
Does it bother you that the
I don't know,
bar is there?
Do you think it matters?
Do you think
This has to be perfect for the viewers.
Band is gonna move that bar, and it's gonna, oh shit!
Hey everybody, we're gonna. Dr. Bubba is back. Now you're moving the bar.
I'll move the bar
right,
for you.
Yeah.
I'll move it because
all
you
right.
don't want it there.
So we are back with Dr. Bubba. Everybody loved the fact that. Did you see all the comments about what people said about us?
I saw some of them.
I'm
not good at actually responding to the comments, so I'm sorry.
No,
for
don't
everybody.
respond to them. They'll come back at you and start fucking with you. It'll be
Okay.
funny. But you don't have time. You got 2 kids and a wife, and
Yeah,
you
and a
got to do
business to
laundry.
run.
Maybe
Yeah.
your business
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
Yeah.
people all day that I treat.
But one day,
things like that.
one day we're gonna shave off and we'll stand next to each other.
Ooh.
People will be like, "You 2 look exactly
It's funny
the same."
because you put that one picture up. You made a meme out of it. It was you going like this. You were big and sauced up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ty showed me it, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a good picture." But it made me laugh because I was like, "Man, I haven't seen your face in so long."
I know.
It's been a long
It's been a minute.
time. And I remember when you shaved it the one time.
That was 2019.
Oh, Emmy freaked out because she never saw your face. Really.
She laughed. Adeline cried.
Is that what it was?
She laughed. Adeline cried.
That was funny.
But we are back with Dr. Bubba, Dr. Jake.
Yes.
So what I was thinking was, I was like, people always ask about like shoulder mobility and what's a good warm up, because dude, I see way too many people walk into the gym and not do any warm up.
Yeah, you get one of these.
You get like a couple of these.
And this.
Like give some
And then
static
you'll
stretching.
you'll just even see people do the external internal rotation with no weight or bands. They'll go like this, and then they'll walk over and do bench.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Yeah.
people do that. So what I was thinking was, since I started being functional, you were like, you need to start doing the bands and you need to work on shoulder mobility. Yeah. And I mean, like I'm pretty mobile.
You've always been a mobile person, but it's control under mobility is the most important.
So that's what we want to talk about. I thought we should do a video on, I need to give people that like need to warm up, because the people that like spend 10, 15 minutes warming up, we're good. But
They're
then the
pretty
people
decent,
motherfucker, I hate warming up. I'm the
Everybody
external,
does.
internal rotation.
Listen,
like,
I'm not perfect either.
So
when I do exercise, I get in there and I go to it.
Whenever you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah, I'm in there.
You got 2 kids to prove it, huh? So what I was thinking was we would do like a 5-6 minute warm up.
Yeah.
Give us a warm up that we could do that go in to warm our shoulders up for like a shoulder, back, and chest day.
Yeah, like an upper body.
An upper body warm up. That way, it's like, what could you go in? Like, what should they have? Or like even one of these TheraBands or one of those. What'd you call them? A loop band?
A loop band.
Like a pull-up band?
Yeah, they're pull-up bands. So a loop band is more or less just a continuous circle, different resistances for them.
Are
so
circles not continuous?
They are. Most of them. I guess it would be a spiral for the non. Yeah. So touche. Fuck you. How about that? But yes, the loop bands, different resistances, things like that to add to it. So like with that, like any kind of resistance band you use, it depends on the resistance you use, how much you want out of it, what you want to get out of it. Medium to light resistance for warm-ups. So there's no reason to go heavy resistance band for a warm-up, because that's a fucking workout.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Give us exercises and how much time they should spend on each one to like bulletproof the shoulders for a chest day.
Yeah.
Not bulletproof, I shouldn't have said that, that's a bad one. How about just warm up?
Just warm up the shoulders for a chest day to make sure that they're not overactive instead of underactive or over dominating the chest.
So I always did my shoulder warm-ups and then did literally 50 to 100 pull-ups on a back day as a warm-up.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
I know, because I was on a lot of
Yeah,
juice,
but
so
you
it's fun.
really like it.
Yeah.
And you can handle it too.
But then
There's
the
a
same thing
difference.
with like bench, with doing chest.
Yeah.
I would warm up my shoulders and then literally do 4 sets, and it would be a warm-up. I'd start with the 50s and then do the 60s and then the 80s, and then start counting at the hundreds. You know what I mean?
So you're pre-exhausting, not even exhausting, but you're getting those muscles fired. So
warming
even
up
with
the oven.
Yeah, you're warming up the oven. Yeah, before you stick the turkey in.
Foreplay.
Yeah. but you want to get those muscles active that you're actually going to use. So in chest, you're working your shoulders, you're working your chest. You want to hit those areas, but also you got to think about the antagonistic muscle, the back muscles that stabilize you as you're bench pressing.
So you get better by doing those things.
You do.
See, everybody knows these things because they watch enough of the fucking internet that they know them.
Yeah.
They just don't because they're fucking lazy and they're like, fuck that, I don't need to do
Yeah,
that. I don't
or
got
it's
the
just
time
like it
for
doesn't matter.
I don't got the time for
I
it.
want to go bench 400 pounds before I tear my shoulders.
Yes,
yeah.
because I know you do a lot of this for people because they come in and say those things and you ask how warm up and they don't warm up. So 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Let's do 5 minutes.
So if we're doing an upper body day, so we want to think about if you're doing chest, right? So we're going to do chest. So what do we need to do? We need to open up the shoulders, warm up the muscles in the chest, but also get the active back muscles working so that you can stabilize and push properly without over dominating the shoulders. So why don't we get those shoulder blades and mid-back muscles firing properly so that you can be in position and proper, right? So resistance band, right? You have it anchored in front of you. It doesn't matter where it's anchored as long as it's more controlled at your chest level, let's call it. So I'm gonna anchor it here, even on both sides. What's the best way to warm up your shoulder blades and back, mid-back? Let's think it really simply. So everybody thinks that you need to do something really special. How about a basic row? How about that? So we start, arms out in front of you, extended with a nice resistance. Big thing that people misconceive is your shoulder blades need to be back and down, tucked before you actually activate. So we want to pull into our sides with our shoulder blades already active together, squeezing together. So since you have a nice tank top on, here, take my band.
Oh, nice, thank you.
Yeah, take my band. So out in front of you. So if you bring your shoulders down, squeeze them back, we're activating that area that we need to stabilize from, correct? So now you row into your side. And as you come back out, and activate the lats. As you come out, you keep that tension in your shoulder blades and then squeeze back in. You do something like this, 4 sets of 10 reps. You know what I mean? You do it 40 times. You're warming up those muscles. You're getting them active. I sounded like Dad on that. Getting them active.
You did sound
yeah,
good.
I did. But
no, I get it now, like
pump the
having your
blood.
shoulders pinned back like this.
It's more important because as you go to bench press, you got to think, you're bringing that weight back. So you want your shoulder blades set so you're not over activating or over rounding forward to push, right?
Now I get why you want the loop band because it has more resistance.
You get better resistance.
Yeah, you'll get better resistance.
But this
Okay.
is still great.
Yeah,
Don't
I can
think
still
that it's
feel
not.
it.
You still get blood
But
flow.
none of this.
Yeah, we don't want to roll forward in it because we're actually trying to get these muscles to activate properly so that you can stabilize better, right?
Okay.
That's what we want. We want good shoulder movement. We want good blade activation, things like that. So you can feel the squeeze. You
Does
can
it
see
matter
the
if
squeeze.
people are overhand like this?
So that would be a different exercise.
Okay,
You
cool.
got to think about it. That's more of a rear delt. Yeah, yeah. So we want to keep in the row, down to the sides, pin them in, and squeeze back. Again, 4 sets of 10. Something simple like that. Just
Nice.
being active. All right. So next.
Can we go up here?
No.
Okay, we're not doing that. Why
No,
not?
we're not. Because why would you do that? Are you benching like this?
Cool.
Use your head. It's really not that. It's not that hard.
Use that lump 3 feet above your ass.
Yes, exactly. So from there, we think about anything else in that realm. What are we using? We're using our shoulders. We're using our mid-back muscles to stabilize. And then we have our chest muscles and anterior shoulder muscles to really work from, right?
Okay.
So we need to make sure that we're not overactive in those things. So you were talking about rotator cuff stuff. You see people grab that 2.5 pound weight, go in like this, where that's great, it's fast and active, you're getting movement, right? But what we really want to focus on is controlled movement, because as you're flinging them around, you're not only working the rotator cuffs, but you're actually stressing them out. So we want to be in a controlled motion. So it's good to work your rotator cuffs, but you want to be in that actual range of motion for that. So a good way to do
That's why
that.
you see those CrossFit fruitcakes do it with control, huh?
That's it, yeah. That's it. That's it. So with that, you can even get your rotator cuffs working better by a high pull with a rotation. How about that? And then control that rotation
just
back
fucking with me.
and then forward. And then we go back here, making sure your shoulder blades tuck back. And then we rotate back so that they come up. And then we control that internal rotation. And then we go back straight. So you got to think, we're getting external rotation, and then we get control of eccentric internal rotation. Okay? So we're working external and internal
at the same time in the same
in
rep.
the same movement.
Let me use your band.
Yeah,
I'll
use
put
my
mine
band
down.
again. Different resistances.
They are the same band.
I'm just fucking with you.
So what about like
blade.
should they be pinned like this as well, or
Yes,
does it matter?
so you want to because you're controlling that motion. So you're going to pin, externally rotate, back forward, and then through. Good. This is more of an advanced movement, but for all those meatheads that know what they're doing in the gym, I think you can control this with a nice light resistance.
I wouldn't say this is too advanced for anybody that's training.
Yeah, exactly. So people that are more in the gym.
Can I just do, because these feel good on my shoulders, because mine are tight.
Yes.
I did chest last night, and then I pinned my shoulders last night, so it feels nice.
So it feels good to actually rotate back and stretch. Yes, you can. So again, they're external, but the biggest thing is you want to make sure that you keep that levelness with the elbows. So the problem is people, people will start dipping down and like, oh yeah, I'm getting rotation. No, we want to be in controlled manner. If you have the stability to control it, there's no reason you can't. Okay? But yes. So you feel that control coming down, like you're resisting.
Because I loved it. You see, you go back and look at videos. That's me doing the 5-pounders.
Every bodybuilder, every meathead in the gym, you'll see doing those.
I like them. They feel nice.
It's not bad. It's just.
But I've been stressing myself out.
You have been. You need control. You've been overstressing it, which is why you probably always had shoulder problems, right? It's not the over excessive weight and problems that you put on your joints and everything.
It's not my
else.
warm up. Fuck you. No, it's not.
So we can even go even a little.
How do you feel about like holding it here because it feels nice?
So I was going to go there next.
Like, would you hold it for a certain period of time, or do you think just a nice fluid motion?
More fluid motion, more controlled motions is better. But what you can do is go ahead up into the external, and from there you can press above your head, and then back into it and through, and then back. So we call this, more or less, they call it like a neuromuscular retraining. So you're getting resistance pulling you forward as you press up, and you're trying to stabilize through your mid-back as well as your shoulders.
Oh, I can feel it. This is nice.
And it rebalances you. It's a good warm-up exercise. You can even just stay in the pressing position.
Hold on, I'm getting there again.
And then just press. Back down and press.
Ooh, you can feel it in your back by keeping your chest up and holding.
You're stabilizing these back muscles here to help control your posture and push up through.
And you can feel it in your front delts,
I feel you warming up. You're getting sweaty.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I took some shit.
Yeah.
It's that time of the week. Just one. Half in each. Half in each.
Yeah.
I didn't do one in each.
Oh, you did both.
Of course.
You balance it out.
I have to. Yeah. If I do one side, I got to do the other.
You've always been that way, haven't you? Yes.
He knows.
Yeah. A little obsessive on that side of things. Yeah.
Perfection.
Yeah, perfection.
Even though it's nothing looks the same as I thought it would.
But it's just like, this is the way it's done.
Man, I like the pressing.
So this is really nice because you're kind of retraining your posture at the same time and getting that boost. And it really does help you start to stabilize through your core, through your upper back, get that better pressing motion. So remember, when you do these things, you don't want to just pump them out. We want to control the motion because you're actually going to get those muscles active and you're going to feel them start to activate slowly. So that's what we want. It's a warm-up, not an actual exercise.
See, that's a hard thing to get in. Like, whenever you're, like, if you're fucking juiced with your pre-workout and, like, feeling the shit, you're in it, and you're like,
your body's already warmed from all the pre-workout, right?
Yeah.
So you need to, like, kind of work that into where, oh, I'm going to drink my pre-workout as I warm up because I'm going to get it running through my body, rather than I'm going to drink it 15 minutes before I get to the gym in my car, and by the time I get to the gym, I'm fucking ready to go.
That's what I mean, yeah.
You need to get in that mindset.
Because that's why you can see people going like, yes, fucking.
Yeah, and then you're like, whoa, bro, like you're going a little too fast there. We need to slow it down, because you can injure yourself if you go too fast and aren't staying controlled. Even if it's light resistance, people come into the office all the time like, I was just doing something and man, I don't know, I felt something tweak. Yeah, you weren't being controlled. You were just fucking moving, right? So we need to control it, slow it down. It's okay to slow it down for a minute, get your muscles and body active. so that you can do better, perform better, and be better.
Whenever you slam 400 mgs of caffeine, it's kind of tough.
It is, and I agree. I've done that many times.
Your fucking beta's smoking your face off, and you're like, I gotta do
He's just
something.
like, I gotta itch this, or else my skin's coming off.
Nice.
Yeah. So those 3 things, just in general, are fantastic for a good shoulder warm up, a good back warm up, a good chest warm up.
I mean, dude, to be honest, the only thing that I would do after that, like, just like I said, or thinking quick from that, like the rows for the back, and then the external internal rotation. The only thing I'd worry about is next would be my chest.
And it's like, what do I want to do?
Yeah, how would I warm up a little bit of my chest?
So that's a tough one, because chest, there's only pressing motions you can really do, right? So it's more or less going into lightweight, going into push-ups, say, more body weight.
I like push-ups.
Just getting the angles that you want to actually get the activation through your chest. Now there's more, and I'm sure people will comment and be like, well, I do this, and you should do this. And it's okay, do what you want, but just be controlled and smart about it, correct?
Yeah.
It's don't be stupid. Like, you can even get the band, wrap it around, and just do resistive presses, okay? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm controlling that motion, getting stretch, and just pressing.
Then I feel like I'm 80 years old. And
because you're just like doing Tai Chi with a band.
Yeah.
Right?
Like Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Now, if you were Steven Seagal, that'd be pretty sweet. I would do
awesome.
that too.
Yeah.
I would do that too. But like, you can do anything, because you can even hit different angles, but it's only if you have control. Yeah. Most people think like, oh yeah, my arm just slipped back because I was doing an angle of a press, and it's like, don't be stupid.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's really hard for people to understand that, like, it's very basic. You don't need anything crazy.
Yeah, and you can pick these up on axandsledge.com for $17.99.
One.
I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
no. That was my sales pitch. You said for 10% off. No, I mean, dude, this is. We think we bought these on Amazon. You know what I mean?
And that's
so
what
it's not
do.
even like something you can keep in your gym bag and not need at the gym and just.
Yep. Most gyms
we have the other colors over there too.
Yeah, and each color is a different resistance. You know what I mean? That's the way all companies make it. So like, it's just something that you have. Most gyms will have them. You know, most
I'd
people
say get your own for these things are like $4.
Yeah, not even.
$2.
Yeah,
Something
and that's
stupid.
like, you can buy a pack of them for like $5. So like, it's something to have in your bag, just like you said. Have resistance bands.
How do you feel about these few things? Because I started doing these during my warm up for these functional workouts. Like, I'll sit here and
pull aparts.
Yeah, pull aparts.
Pull aparts are fantastic. Again, when you do pull aparts, you want to make sure you're not too high.
Yeah, I usually do chest right.
Nipple level.
Oh, nips.
Yeah, right at the nips. And then you want to squeeze the shoulder
That's what I've
blades
been
together.
doing. And then after that, after I get warmed up,
Yeah.
what I started doing was I was going here, but now I got to go to the titties.
Yeah.
And then I would raise my arm up,
rotating through.
rotate through.
Yep. So not everybody has the functionality like you have, but those are good things. But even taking that band, so get it out in front of you, taking that band, getting that resistance like you had, right? And then just even going up and extending back through, not even passing through, for people that don't have the same kind of flexibility you do. You know what I mean? They can get to that point and come right back around.
Yeah, but the cool
Or
things
you can
about
even
these bands is you could just do this. It goes as wide, and like you're over here, and it's like for people that
already
don't have,
passing
it's already
through.
past it.
Yeah.
I just been working my way. Like I can
the
cut this thing in half.
rotations are nice to move and get the mobility through your shoulders.
So I've been here because like I've been liking the feeling on my upper back and my traps of warming
You
it up.
get that extra blood flow.
Like,
and
I mean, I
stretch.
take, on these workouts, I've been doing like 10 to 15 minute warm-ups.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
the warm-ups take longer than some of these
When
fucking
you're doing
workouts.
high intensity interval training like you've been, you need warm up. Because you're taxing your body so hard. If you didn't, your joints will feel it.
The only thing
your body will feel it.
The only thing that scared me is my knees.
You've always had problems.
Dude,
with
even warming my shit up, my knees are still killing me.
that. Yeah. So that's what people don't understand with the like CrossFit workouts, high intensity interval training. When you do them as consistently as you've been, say,
Which
or
is
even people
stupid.
that do, even people that do it 5 days a week, the toll that it takes on your joints is just ridiculous.
I think a lot
does. And you have to watch how much you do, and you need to change the training.
Would you say that like this is also a great exercise
100%
for the warm-up?
100%.
Okay,
Pull aparts.
cool.
Pull aparts, rows, Ys, going up
like-
into the Y. So again, you're anchoring through.
Why?
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 It's amazing.
Why?
Yeah, so anchoring in front of you, going up into a Y, going into the T, which is a pull apart. going into the eye to get the lats and the rear delts active. Those kind of things are great.
So now we went from a 5-minute to a 10-minute warm-up.
Yeah, we went to like a 20-minute video. Y's, T's, and I's. Those are like the most basic warm-up rehab kind of thing you want to do. It's just getting those structures active. The underutilized muscles during an activity that need to be utilized while you're working out. That's what you want to get active. That's why
This is for meatheads. This isn't for doctors. Slow down.
Those muscles that you don't care about, that don't look sexy, they need to be utilized during your workout. And usually those are the ones that people strain. Man, that's why they don't work out.
See what happens whenever you can talk to him like a regular person and then like saying things and then you're like, oh, meathead stuff.
Yeah. The non-sexy muscles need to be warmed up just as much as the sexy muscles.
Titties.
Yeah. Yeah. The titties, the under titties.
Yeah.
These muscles through here, these muscles that come up and connect in, the ones that people don't see, that's what we want. Because those are the ones that are helping you move the weight, but you never look at.
And that's that's the control during the presses. That's
That's why I say the
eyes.
stabilizers in the back. No one sees those working, so you don't think they're working. You think you're just moving your chest.
During the chest day.
Well, the antagonistic muscles to this are these ones. The ones that balance this out is this. The ones that balance this out is this. Biceps and triceps.
That's why I was like bis and tris, because they look good together.
They do, yeah. They work together.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing a curl, it lengthens. As you go to take that curl down, this one contracts to stabilize the weight, right? So you got to think like you need the antagonistic muscle to work just as much as the agonistic muscle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
This is a good video. People are gonna like this.
It's real simple.
It is, but like you said, like it's unsexy. Like this is tough because if you go in all jacked up on pre-workout, you're gonna be ready to go, and then you're not thinking about like the Y's, T's, and I's. I like that. Like that's
simple.
Dude, it's simple. Anybody can do it. You can do it and just warm your shit up.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like how many times has someone come in and been like, I did something like right in here on my chest. And you're like, oh, what did you do? When did you do it? Was it the beginning of your workout? Was it the middle of your workout? Was it the end of your workout? Like
right at the beginning.
That's how you're going to be like, oh, I know. I can already tell where this is going. I've talked to 100 of you motherfuckers in the past year.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, what do I do? Well, we got to get a plan to stretch, mobilize, break down the tissue so that we can heal it and then get you back to functioning again.
Yep.
That's it. It's real simple.
So
people try to overemphasize complication, and it's not complicated. It's real simple. It's just don't be stupid.
Would you say the things that we just did, like the Y's, T's, and I's, the rotations, internal and external, and the rows, upper back, or that's an upper body day.
Upper body
Do all
day.
those on upper body day?
Yeah, because it gets the shoulder muscles working, it gets the back muscles working, it gets your lats working, gets your chest working a little bit antagonistically.
3 to 4 sets.
3 to 4 sets.
10 reps a piece.
7 to 10 reps a piece.
Controlled.
You know, and what I'd say is keep your warm-ups to probably 3 to 4 exercises. Don't go and make it a workout, right? So like we had like 6 or 7 exercises there. So break it down to 3 or 4 exercises, take it controlled, do them in a circuit. So don't do the same exercise. Don't do 4 sets of Y's and then go to 4 sets of T's. Yeah, you want 1 set of Y's, 1 set of T's, 1 set of I's.
So you could, so that's
and make it a circuit, and then do the next set. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
And that way you have a nice circuit. You're not overstimulating the same exact antagonistic muscle or just muscle in general, and you're using them properly. Yep. Rowing. Yep. Everything. That's the way you want to do it. And you don't have to do them like, oh, I finished the circuit, now let's move into the next. Take a break. It's okay. Take a minute to let it rest, the blood to flow, and then get to the next set.
Yeah, let the pre-workout soak into your bloodstream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're really pumping it
or
in,
the
especially
Anadrol,
if
whatever
you're
you
getting,
took.
yeah, or hydraulic, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because you need that, yeah, that's right.
Or you can pick it up
This
at
isn't an
Feroce
ad.
Spine and Rehabilitation.
That's right, I have it at the office now.
At
yeah.
office.
Yeah, so like you want the blood to pump. So like that's why I say like take your pre-workout right before you do warm-ups, because by the time you're done 15-minute warm-up, it's coursing through, and then you're doing your first set of chest, that shit just started pumping in your system.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it lasts the rest of the workout. Yeah, because it's a great product.
Man, great video.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Dr. Jake.
And thanks for having me.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. The opportunities are great.
This is endless.
Yeah,
We could do
it
these
is.
all the time.
We could do
I can't wait to do knees. And
I was gonna say
butt
legs
cheeks.
and
yeah,
butt
legs,
and
yeah.
like, oh, dude, there is so much to do. Yeah.
Jake also has phenomenal genetics. I'll tell a funny story, and then we'll be done the video. So this one time, I got Jake sauced up in college. Okay, there's one time. All right.
It was only one time.
It was one time.
It was one time.
So, all right. So everybody knows the Feroce families. We all have really good muscular genetics.
Yeah, we do.
All of us are fucking.
Don't know
shorts.
why, yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
So in college, whenever I was like, that was like my big time meathead stage. So Jake and I went to the same college.
Lived together.
Yeah, we lived together.
For 4 years.
Yeah. So we went to. My parents came up to take us out to dinner.
Yeah,
one
it was.
time.
Yeah, it was. There was like a weekend.
Yeah,
they came
yeah,
up.
they
and wanted
came
to take
up,
us to
and
dinner.
like Jake at this time you were probably what, 8 weeks in, 10 weeks in.
I was like, yeah, it was probably like a little over halfway through.
This is the first time Jake had ever taken testosterone.
And I was like
D-ball.
20, 21 years old.
I think you were 20 years old.
Yeah.
I don't even think we were partying at the bars yet. You
No,
were.
I wasn't.
So Jake got fucking massive.
Yeah, it
When
was
I
great.
mean Jake got 20-inch arms off of one cycle, it was 20-inch arms off of one cycle with fucking forearms that were unbelievable.
You used to bust my balls about that all the time.
I
My forearms were always bigger than my
They
biceps.
were massive. So I'm like, gosh. I was like, Jake got fucking jacked. Your legs, your hips and legs were massive. And
My
this is
ass was huge too. Yeah.
one time. This is after one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude got bigger than me. And it was funny because I'm like, I didn't get this big after one. I gained a lot of size. And then I was like, man, if Jake did what I did, he'd probably be better than me at what I'm doing right now. So my mom and dad came up to dinner, and Jake is fucking sauced, like just wearing a tight shirt and all this.
I look good.
Yeah, it's cool. So we we go to dinner, and Jake gets up to go to the bathroom, and my mom didn't swear much. She never really gave us too much shit. We were a little wild, but they kind of let us live.
Oh yeah, they did.
A lot.
Yeah, we had laxity. Yeah, we were good. Yeah.
So we go out to dinner, and we're sitting there. Jake gets up to go take a piss, and my mom looks at me, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, What
did I do?
What did I do? And I'm like, Mom's yelling at me like this, and she's like, "I know exactly what you're doing to that young man." I'm like, "I'm not doing anything, Mom." She's like, "Did you see the size of him?" And I'm like, "I did. He's fucking jacked."
It's awesome. He loves it.
It was funny.
That is awesome. You know, it's funny because she never told me that. You told me that.
Yeah, she never.
And then,
No,
she
you were
never
baby Jake.
mentioned
She
it,
was just
yeah.
mad. I gave the baby a bunch of sauce, and he got huge and getting pussy and hanging out. And
Just all jacked and tan. It was awesome. That was great. I do remember that.
story time. It was fun.
I think it was Ruby Tuesdays we went to. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because you told me when we went home that night, you were
Mom
like,
was pissed
Mom
at me.
was pissed, dude.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And you don't yell at us like that.
That was great. Those
Well,
were the good days.
Thanks for coming in again, Bubba.
Thanks for having me. man.
Everybody, if you're in Pittsburgh, come see Dr. Bubba.
Ah,
Through there,
thank
go
you.
get hydraulic too at Feroce Spine and Rehabilitation Center.
Yep.
I think we also got some farm fed there and other
Farm
products.
Fed, Just Work Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some good
New
stuff.
flavors
People
are good.
love Just Work Energy.
I know, because it's
They do.
delicious.
It is delicious. I
Yeah.
really do love it.
Yeah, we have cases at the house now.
Yeah.
Hannah puts them in the fridge, and Adeline takes them to school, and then bitches in the morning, "Who took my Just Work?" I'm like, "It was Adeline." She's like, "Yeah, motherfucker." All right, everybody, thank you. Make sure
Thank
you
you.
let the old lady know that you love her, and go see Jake.
Thanks, guys.